back again. Exciting stuff. Yeah, welcome. And we are in Yas Marina. And there's the map. There is the map. Sorry, running a little bit, I wouldn't say late, but in my mind I'm running late as always. Let's do this. So welcome to the F2 Synergy League third race of the season. Very exciting racing. I must admit, these guys are doing fantastic. They're trying to secure a spot in our F1 league, and they have to do so through the ranks of F2, like in real life kind of, but more realistic in our head, shall we say. Very exciting race that's happening today. We're in Yas Marina, very beautiful circuit, 2 DRS zones down the back straights. They're quite quick as usual, and yeah, I did a little practice session with the boys today, and it's quite difficult to drive these F2 cars, I must admit. I mean, they're just so difficult to handle in terms of stuff like that. So it's going to be quite interesting to see how the race stacks up today as we go into the Prima team now. As you can see, we have Sharon Kachuk sitting in the first driver's seat, followed with his teammate Rabi Melko. They both did well in their races there, as we can see from the stats there, with Sharon there averaging qualifying of 10 there, but finishing of 7 there through the stats there. We look at Rabi as well, needing to improve there a little bit, probably just getting used to the car, shall we speak. And yeah, you know, both doing 2 starts so far, so very consistent in the league, and hopefully we can see them in the F1 seats as we go into Uni Versatosa now. We have Elliot Reed, who's managed to out-qualify everyone so far, as you can look at his stats there, but I'm sure that also involves the Formula 1 stats, so we're going to have to see that. As we have Carl, his teammate. These guys do work incredibly well, that we want to look out for in the Versatuosi. I can't say it properly, my mind's boggled right now. It's very confusing, but yeah, they work well together in a team, and I think if I'm correct, Carl won his first F2 race last week in the sprint race, so congrats to him. Very exciting drivers to see. We see 13 people on the grid so far. As we go down into karting at the moment, we have Jordan Tolmay, very impressive in the F2 car. We'll have to watch out for him as we go into Noah as well, who I don't believe is in the lobby as we speak. We're going to have to find out where he is just in terms of that. Yeah, looking down the order to high tech, we have Bernard Renner. I don't think he'll be joining us today. He's in the F1 series, so to speak, but he needs to still go to the F2 series, so it'll be a shame if he does not make it. But we'll find out. Sitting alongside him is Reese Russell, who's managed to also come to all the races, and we applaud him for that. Very hard and defending, very exciting driver to watch. He'll be one to look out for the grid. As we go into ART Grand Prix, we have Matthew Smith, who'll be down today, as he's been having internet connections. I don't think Nicholas Anderson as well coming through the pack. He's also quite strong in these F2 cars. He'll be looking to do well. See him on the grid now, which is perfect. Hopefully we do have 14 drivers on the grid, more if I am correct. Seems like most of them are there, so to speak. Cool, as we go into MP Motorsports now, we have Peter Marr, who unfortunately can't make it today, and Garacic should be on the grid. As he is on the grid, he's managed to impress us quite so far in the F2 series. Peter won't be making it today. He'll be serving a 1-race ban, and he will be back next week. So he's one to watch out in the F1 series. He's also quite rapid. So is Garacic, who's impressed us with his very consistent driving style. Going into the Charles team, we have Mac van der Zee as their team principal. Jaka, coming from Belgium, will be driving in the first seat, sitting next to Harvey Cummings. Both very impressive driving. Harvey very consistent in a way, keeps his nose clean and just works his way up the pack. just by picking off people one by one, going to battle, which is very impressive. Yaka is also a very quick driver, and we'll see them quite do well on the team. Going into the Dams outfit now, we have Connor Bergstrom sitting in the car, very quick guy, drove against him today. Will be one to look out for today with Joe Ataro. He is also quite quick, so this Dams team is a very damn fast racing team. Yeah, that'll be one to look forward. Joe is quite aggressive, very exciting driver to watch. He'll be looking to calm it down a bit and hopefully make his way up to the pack, because I know he has the pace. He was my teammate in the one league, so it'll be interesting to see how he comes up the pack today. Looking at Campos Racing, we have Alexander Kim sitting in the first tee, and Lingy Pink. I don't think he will be making it. He was not in the Discord today, so we'll have to see about that. Yeah, Alex is one of my teammates in the other league, so I am rooting for him today just as much. Looking at HWA Race Lab, we have Chris Mandage, very strong person to watch out for. Good in qualifying. Unfortunately, he had a few disconnections last week, so we'll be looking to make up for the pack. I don't think Andre Sandberg will be in the league today, so we'll have to find out about that. So watch out for Mandage today. Very consistent and strong driver. And we go into the driver standing so far. There we see Jordan Tolmay leading the pack by quite some distance. I don't think anyone will catch him. Alexander Kibb and Elliot Reed follow in second and third. Peter Ma, who serves his race band today, will be missing. Carl will be looking to grab more points to jump the rest of the pack there. Harvey Cummings sitting in 6th. 7th is Matthew Smith, who won't be joining it sadly. Mandich in 8th. 9th is Nikolaj Anderson. Andre Sandberg in 10th. And as the rest follows, see how that goes. Looking at the constructors, we have as follow: Carling sitting up in 81 points there. Very impressive drive from them. I believe that is Jordan Tolmay's team, definitely bringing the points home for them, so it'll be interesting to see there. And yeah, Universitosa in 57 with Elliot and Carl doing well in Bahrain, so we'll be looking to grab more points, followed by the ART Grand Prix, Chiral's Racing System, WHA Race Labs, my team. Let's go, boys, we can get up there. Campos Racing, MP Motorsports 29, Dams 14, High-Tech 9, Prima Racing at 4. Quite a switch around from a real life kind of situations, I believe. So, shall we go into then the Yas Marina Circuit Guide? Hey guys, we are just currently waiting for the drivers to ready up on the grid now. I heard that my mic was a bit lower, so hopefully this is a bit better now. Just bear with us for a minute and we should get on track soon. So yeah, exciting stuff for the F2 guys. Let's cheer them on, guys. Welcome back, guys. We're here in the third round of the Synergy F2 League in Abu Dhabi. And joining me in the commentary box, we have Quinton. Welcome, Quinton. Yeah, definitely. It's always exciting in these F2 races. Everyone fighting for those top positions in the F1 league. So, yeah, we wish them luck. And I think it's quite close between second to about sixth. Am I correct? Yeah, and they're definitely in the pack right now. As I see, I've made a mistake as one of the guys has not been named on my Discord, so I'm on my thingy. But his name is Yaka, so luckily for me. Let's see here. Let's get the telemetry up for the boys. We don't want to show that telemetry as the that's a little of a giveaway to the people in the paddock. There we go, guys. Well, I must admit, I do miss the KFC in South Africa, but Yaka is actually from Belgium, and we welcome him to the league. He's quite an exciting driver, very aggressive. So everybody, watch out for him. Get out his way. He is actually quite fast, I won't lie. I raced with him in one of the other leagues, and he's quite definitely. Yeah, definitely. But anything goes here in F2. These cars are very difficult to drive, and it does throw a spanner in the works, shall we say, as you have to be really consistent, and not only that, but know your way around this car to a certain extent as well. I mean, you could lose the rear during braking, or you could get a lot of oversteer, missing a corner. It all depends, you know? Yeah, definitely. As we see, Joe has now started his flying lap. I believe Nicholas Anderson is actually the first guy to be starting his flying lap. I am actually. No, it's actually Joe. Is it actually Reese? It is Joe. Let's go on board with Joe. If you are watching the stream, guys, give us a like. Also, give us your predictions for qualifying for the feature race and for the sprint race. So we host a 30-minute qualifying session with a 50% feature race, and then followed by a 25% sprint race. So it's going to be very... Yeah, definitely. I believe the feature race should be about 60 laps, and the the sprint race should be 8 laps. So it's going to be quite exciting stuff as we're on board with Joe now, coming around this very exciting chicane here in the Abu Dhabi. They are going to be qualifying in the sun of the Abu Dhabi. Hopefully, this will help their tire temperatures, bring it up a bit, and then they'll be going into a, shall I say, dusk to night kind of feature race, and then into our full night sprint race. So it's... Yeah, definitely. So let's find out and see what Joe sets his time here. 150.069 on the faster tires. Well done to Joe there. As I just actually noticed, my desktop audio was switched off, so you couldn't hear the cars. Oh, there you go. Hopefully that's fixed there. There we go, guys. So Joe's setting a 150. Harvey Cummings following him 4 tenths behind on a 150.535. Nicholas Anderson on a 152.615. Seems like he is on the harder compounds. They only have 2 sets of tires for qualifying. That being, it is a super soft and then a soft tire. So they're gonna...
Just took a look at Jordan. He seems to have invalidated his his lap time.
You think he's pushing just a little too hard there, or does he want to find the
Well,
limits?
we did see almost everybody get penalties yesterday. The guys do seem to struggle on this track a little bit more than the other ones with regards to the track limits.
Yeah, definitely, as we're on board with Carl, who's teammates of Elliot Reed. I don't know if you've noticed, Quinton, but this Virtuos...
Yeah, I did notice that they're different paint schemes on them. It confused the heck out of me at first, because this is my little baby team. Yeah, it confused me when I saw the cars were painted differently, but at least now I've gotten used to it.
Yeah, I do believe Elliot Reed's car is, I think it's...
red and black.
Yeah, but it's part of, what's his name? Something Armstrong, who is part of the Drivers' Academy for Ferrari. That's why his car is painted red.
Oh, interesting stat.
As we see, Joe puts in another fast lap of a 149.906. He's absolutely flying around this track. As we on board,
that was a cracking lap, eh?
Yeah, as we're on board with Carl now, setting a 105 in the sector now, going through this fast chicane. I won't say fast chicane, but very tricky chicane. It looks like it's a very clean lap from him so far on the softer choice of tire, which is the super softs. Very clean into that hairpin over there. As we see him come around here now. Onto the last few corners. Ooh, getting really close to the wall there, setting himself up for that next corner, touching that apex just neatly there, trying to use all the curves up onto this last corner here. Looks like a very clean lap here from Carl. What does he set? A 149.189. Definitely setting the tone.
Wow, that's a great time.
Definitely setting the tone for the rest of the pack so far. Who else is on this?
Curious to see what his teammate Elliot is going to put in. He hasn't left the pits yet.
Yeah, definitely. As we're on board with Reese now, who's coming around.
He's biding his time, seeing what the competition does first. Not want to give away too much.
Definitely. Well, you do have 30 minutes to set a qualifying time, so it is quite a tactic to maybe let the track rubber in just a little bit, but it seems like that's not stopping some of the quicker drivers at the moment. We see Reese is going to go over the line just now with a
also out on his quick lap at the moment after invalidating his first run around.
Yeah, on board with Jordan now, as we were just on board with Reese Russell now, who sends a 153.0099, which is quite a quick lap for Reese there.
And Jordan locks up the brakes there a little bit as he gets into the last little section there.
You know how tricky those brakes are, because I mean, if you apply too much pressure, you know those rear brakes just lock up and just automatically spin you.
Yeah, no, these cars are a lot different to drive than the F1 cars. You really do need to, put in the time to get used to them.
It looks like he almost invalidates there, but he keeps it out on track at the moment.
Yeah, that's the trick, like trying to push the boundaries or the limits of the car, as well as trying to stay within the limits of the track. It's a fine balancing act.
As you see, Jordan definitely demonstrating how to do it, and he's on the harder compound at the moment, but I don't think he's set any faster sectors at the moment, so we're gonna have to see what his time is coming around this penultimate corner now. What does he set? He actually goes first on the harder compounds of 148.
Sheesh, by 0.7 of a second faster than Carl.
Jeez, would anyone catch up to him during this stage? Who else is out on a lap currently?
Currently have Elliot now out on track, going out on his out lap.
Yeah, as we on board with Sharon, but it looks like he invalidates his lap time as he cuts the corner blatantly there. But
Yaka is also now on his fast lap.
Let's go on
coming around the second last bend.
Quite nice and tidy there, using all the curves as what the drivers should be doing, using all that. What does that set up?
That seems to be a good lap. Yeah, that's a pretty good. That'll give him P4.
Yeah, well done to Yaka, up into P4. So far, the top three are Jordan, Carl, and Joe, sitting in those top three positions.
All right, if you hop over to Elliot, he's just about to start his fast lap.
No worries, as we see Shaka is still there, Nikolaj getting out the way. Elliot just about to start his. You see, Mandich is just out in front of him. I'm just gonna go on board with him just now. We'll go back to Elliot.
Yeah. I think let's look at Mandich and then switch to Elliot once Mandich has set his time.
Yeah, definitely. Mandich impressed me in his F1 debut, getting a P9, stepping in for one of the Renault guys who could not make it this weekend. So that was quite impressive for him.
Yeah, I'm sure he enjoyed the drive.
As we see Elliot Reed also just appearing in our backlights there as well, and he's Universitioso car. I keep saying it wrong. I can't say it.
I haven't even attempted to say it.
As both of them are actually on the back straights right now, one on the second one and one on the first one, so we'll watch out for both their times there. As we see, there's a yellow flag of a Carlin going slow. I do believe he's just running low on petrol. Yellow flags there, 63. Yes, that is the Carlin car.
All right, and Mandich is now in sector 3 doing his last couple of turns. We'll see what time he posts.
Very nice and clean tight corner there, as we see him going through this hotel section of
when you're in the cockpit view like that, you can hear that turbo dump valve. I just love that sound.
It's amazing vehicles these cars are. Let's see what time Mandich sets here, as he runs a little bit wide for some reason, bringing him up into fifth there. Let's see what...
Probably could have gotten it under 150s if he didn't cut in like that.
Elliot Reed coming around the last few corners, very impressive on the super softs, very nice and tidy there. What time does he sit there? And he goes second.
Oh, 149.
Definitely.
That's a good for P2.
Seems like the...
Look at how close Elliot and Carl's times are. That's fantastic.
I was about to say they work very well in their team, don't they? I mean, they were towing each other along in the Bahrain race, and that helped them quite a lot to get up into the podium positions there.
Yeah, I gave them a little bit of a pep talk earlier. I told them we need to start catching these Carlin guys.
Oh, let's see if they catch up there. Jordan obviously getting most of the points as we see Harvey running out of fuel there as we go on board.
Yeah, Carlin big, hashtag Jordan.
Anthony Barbara, one of our F1 drivers on the chat saying, "What's up?"
And Rabbi still needs to get out of the pits. He's still in the pits, not having set a time yet.
Yes, we on board with Connor now, who unfortunately invalidates his time. Quite a lot of drivers out on track, so to speak, right now. I don't know if Elliot is pushing for another fast lap. Doesn't seem like it. I could be wrong though. No, he's actually pushing quite hard for it. So let's go on board with him. Seems like he...
Interesting enough, Jordan's opted for the soft tire, and Elliot and Carl are on the super softs.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not quite aware of what the tire strategy should be, but I do believe you have the free choice of whichever tire in the feature race. And Elliot sets another time of
148.9. He improves again.
Definitely keeping him taking him higher up into second place there still, as we're on board with Yaka now. It looks like he's on the cool down lap. On board with Mandich now. 15 minutes left of the session, folks. Let us know what your predictions are. Mandich sitting in the HWA race lab car, which you do see on your screen now, which is a pink car. Cutting those chicanes quite nicely there, getting early on the power there. Sorry, I got distracted there with a little thingy, but yeah, and he comes up to this after the second back straight now into this nice winding chicanes here, keeping it nice and tidy here. I was gonna say Teddy there for some reason. Up onto these fast right-handers here, which is very tricky to handle on these F2 cars. Down into second, making sure you clip as much apex as you can there. Going into this hotel section here from Abu Dhabi, just losing the back end a little. That's definitely going to ruin his exit from that corner over there. Looks like he has ran out of fuel, unfortunately, for Mandich. Connor again invalidating his lap, sitting in 9th place as we speak. Nicholas Anderson going out on the track as we speak. Gracic.
Joe is currently out. He just invalidated his lap there. He was quicker though on that sector.
Oh no, he's probably going to have to go in. Do you think the soft tires are the quicker tires?
Oh, it looks like the majority of the top 10 guys are opting for the soft tire though.
Do you think it's due to tire wear? Because this track is quite long, so I believe maybe during the last final stages those tires are burning up, so you probably will be losing quite a lot of grip, maybe. Let's go on board with Reese Russell now, coming around that fast right-handed straight, touching the curb quite neatly there for Reese. Will this be a very good time for him? As the TV shows a little bit early of where he is right now, but not to worry. It seems like he's on for a blistering time here on the super softs currently. He's up to the 148s here though.
Might improve on his time a little bit here.
And that's a 153.
Oh, he's just slower.
Yeah, definitely on board with Gracious, as we can see Rabbi out on his lap now.
Yeah, Gatchik is currently faster, 0.7 faster on his time.
Oh, so he's definitely gonna go. Oh, he loses the back end. Oh, he loses it all
No!
altogether.
Yeah, that was from pushing a little bit too hard, right?
Oh, luckily
Shame.
he's still in the race here. But let's go on board with Rabbi now, who has invalidated his lap, unfortunately, in the Puma racing team. So, unfortunately for him, I can't believe I caught that crash out on the stream.
Yeah, must be commentator's curse, right?
Always, it always is.
He was perfectly focused until we had the spotlight on him.
You think he's got the stream on at the moment and he's busy like, oh geez, I'm on TV, I gotta perform. as we're on board with Harvey now. Harvey, very a consistent driver, shall we say, keeps his nose clean, and that's how he manages to work his way up the pack by how can I say, by like taking advantage of everyone's misfortune, and it seems to be working out for him quite well.
All right, Rabbi coming around the last bend now for his lap. Oh, but he invalidated. Never mind.
Board with,
He's
Harvey.
back into the pits for some reason.
I think he's going for.
He seems like he's having a bit of a hard time with this track.
Yeah, definitely. This isn't the easiest track to be on in these F2 cars. They are quite tricky on the F1 cars as well.
Interestingly enough, Jordan's out on track again, even though he's in P1.
Well, I think he'll be wanting to get some more practice time there, as we see one of the HWA race labs get out of Harvey's way there. Just coming around the last few bends, keeping it nice and tidy on those curves there, just clipping the apex. What will it be? Seems like he's on for a quicker time here. No, and he's about a tenth down on his time with a 150.640.
Currently, Yaka is just about to come into the second last corner there, and currently down on his time.
He has unfortunately invalidated.
Yeah, he's invalidated as well now.
Clearly, you guys are exploring more limits of the track, so to speak, now. So, well,
We're just trying to find somebody that's currently out on a good lap.
yeah, these cars aren't as quick as the F1 cars, so it's much more manageable for us to jump on board with certain drivers, shall we say?
Yeah, that's true.
I would say they're more trickier to drive than the F1 cars, but it's true. As we're on board with Sharon and the Prima Racing team now, it seems like he's on for a flyer of a lap here, coming down the first back straight of Abu Dhabi here. It's a tricky straight, this one, with that little curve there that he just missed. You don't want to scrub off any more speed, just trying to correct your angle there. Ooh, back steps out just a little bit there. Well, that's with that little curve there that he just missed. You don't. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Sorry. Yes, as we're on board with Sharon at the moment now, coming around these very tight chicanes here. Very neatly done there from Sharon. Looks like he's on for a blistering time here, coming through the last few sectors now. Up this tricky right section of fast right-handers here before breaking down into second, clipping that apex, running wide there, but does he invalidate? No, it doesn't. Manages to keep the car going there for him. Ulas loses the back end there just a little bit. Looks like he is struggling for grip here.
He still might improve on his time.
Oh, he's diving into the pits there.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, definitely 8 minutes left of the session, folks. Let's see here as we're on board with Connor now, who's about 900.
He was just slower there on that first sector, 0.09 slower on his first sector, so this is very close to his best time.
Yeah, we'll definitely stay on board with Connor here and see how well he does coming down this fast back straight, shall we say, right now. Fast first back straight, down into second there, very neatly taken from Connor over there. Nicely, a little back step over there. I raced against Connor earlier, and he's a rapidly fast guy in these F2 cars. So I'll be rooting here. Or maybe I'm just that slow. Let's see here, coming through these. A little bit of a back step there. Yeah, clipping the apex nice and easy there. Down into second, and probably back up into third as quick as possible there. Into these tricky fast right-handers now before breaking down into second gear here to clip that apex nicely down.
Oh, I see. Jordan's now put a time on those super softs as well, so he's also opting now for the quicker tire.
Yeah, we'll see how well he does as we're on board with Connor still coming around those last few sectors now. What time will he set? And that's
this is a good time.
That's
Yeah, he improved by 0.8 of a second. That was a brilliant time. Good enough for P4 for him.
Yeah, bringing him up to P4 there. Well done to Connor there. 7 minutes left of the session. Who is out?
Oh, Yaka's retired from the session.
Do you think he's happy with his time? Or... Oh no, he's actually crashed. looks like he has binned it into one of the corners. Maybe we can't.
Yeah, they're in sector 3.
Yeah, unfortunately, as we're on board with Joe at the moment, doesn't seem like he's going to move at the moment. Seems like he's going down on his time, so to speak. Seems like he's going to be starting his flying lap at the moment now, taking as much of the exit there as he can, trying to get as early as can for that next turn there. Very interesting driving style there, very clean though, as we get this top bird's eye view of him driving. This is a beautiful sight, ladies and gents. You can see the ooh, he goes absolutely wide there, but he doesn't invalidate. Spectacular. I don't know if you're on board with me here, Quentin. Oh, no.
Oh, I was busy watching what Carl is busy doing, why he was stopped on the track, but he's stopping and starting, stopping and starting. This is causing a bit of a issue, I think, a dangerous situation. So we might need to speak to him about doing that.
I think maybe it's practice, start practicing.
Yeah, it's probably practicing the launches, but as the viewers might know, you're not allowed to come to a complete stop on the track.
We do ask the guys to practice beforehand, so they do have a lot of time to practice that. We're on board with Joe now, coming around these nice sectors over here, but just running wide there. I think Joe is trying to pick up the pace here from his last time after being dropped down to 6th. I do believe he was 3rd at a time in the qualifying. He is on the harder set of tires now. Coming around that hotel section there from Abu Dhabi. I keep calling it the hotel section, but I shouldn't actually. So please, guys, if you do hear me say the hotel section, I do mean that beautiful hotel. Ooh, he runs wide and validating his time, so he dives down into the pits there.
And what a beautiful hotel it is as well.
It's crazy.
This is really a very impressive track.
Did you know how they handled the corona situation? Hey,
No.
They actually did a bubble effect where they flew everyone out to Abu Dhabi and no one was allowed to leave the site without permission. And that's how
Oh, it's kind of similar to what they did with the UFC guys.
Yeah, pretty much. So it's pretty interesting concept. And I think that's what they're going to be implementing for the next for the upcoming season as well. So
we're looking forward to the new Netflix starting on series for Formula One. What's it? The Drive to Survive.
Yeah, definitely.
19th of March. Looking forward to that.
It's going to be exciting stuff there. I mean, I think I could binge watch that in one day. I won't lie to you.
Sure, I did that in the second season.
So I'm going to definitely have to start from season 1, episode 1, and then work my way up to it just so I can prolong it a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Carl coming around.
All right, we're in the last 3 minutes of the qualifying session here.
Yeah, and I'm on board with Carl at the moment, sitting in the Universitoso team. As I said it wrong, probably again. Looks like
Jordan is currently down 0.2 of a second on his lap time. So he's having a very good lap.
Gee, we'll go on board with Jordan after. Ooh, as we see, Carl has run out of fuel now. Let's make our way up to the leading driver of the championship, Jordan. And hopefully he can share a few tips while we're on board with him now. Flying through that back straight there. He's got amazing traction control in these F2 cars. I raced against him earlier, and for some reason he pulls away from you so easily from those low speed corners. It's just amazing to watch him just break away from you so easily.
Yeah, he does seem to be a bit of a wizard when it comes to these Formula 2 cars.
Definitely. And he came second in his second league race in F2 Synergy was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. So.
Yeah, but then was bumped up to first place because Jordan had 6-second penalties.
Oh no, I was saying Jordan was came second. I think we lost.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I only got the tail end of that.
As we're on board with Jordan now, does he set a faster time on these super softs? Does look like it, and he went 8/10 quicker than what he set on the harder compound. He's now currently sitting with a 147.5, which is about, what, 1.5 seconds quicker than the next
Wow, that
driver.
is so quick.
Guys must be scratching themselves.
Getting improved by almost a second there.
Elliot getting out the way of the other drivers, about a minute and 27 seconds left. I do believe he's practicing his race start, or he's letting drivers by. Morgan Mandich now makes his way back to Connors, coming around that hairpin onto the first back straight there. Joe just crossing the line.
Last minute of the qualifying session. Nice as you see Jordan getting out of the way of Connor there.
Alexander Kim is about a 10th down on his lap time in the second sector.
Oh no, Connor lost it a little bit there.
Oh, Joe, that's definitely gonna put a spanner in the works for him now. As we're on board with Alex now, who is 0.1 down of a second on his time from his previous time. He's currently sitting in 8th. He'll need to improve to actually get up there. As we see Elliot Reed.
Alex also a very good driver, very nice guy as well.
Yeah, definitely. He's actually my reserve driver in one of the other leagues now, so looking forward to that. As we see him, as we're on board with him now, crossing the line. Looks like he ran out of petrol there. He did run out of petrol there. Oh no, that's heartbreaking to see.
Harvey is currently down on his lap time.
Yeah, but
so he's out on a good lap.
900th of a second there. It's on board with Harvey Cummings now. Let's see the time. Qualifying is over, so to speak now. On board with Harvey Cummings now, very clean there, just missing the apex just a little bit there. Still up on his time either way from the previous sector. Keeping it nice and tidy through these few sections over here. What time will this be for Harvey at the moment?
Looking good so far.
Yeah, definitely. As he comes over the line.
It's going to be a 150. He ended up being slower.
Yeah, definitely. Alex is still off the track, but low on petrol. As we see, Connor is still trying to set another lap time. He's currently sitting in 5th position now, behind 4th place Mandich.
Trying to get that 4th place position back from Mandich.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't see his delta time there.
Well, if he maintains this pace, he's looking on par to do that.
Hopefully he does not run out of fuel, as we saw with some of the cars just before they cross the line. Seems like they only have 2 laps worth of fuel before they actually have to pit before. This is quite a long circuit, shall we say. We're on board with Connor now, coming around these last few turns, keeping it nice and tidy there, looking good for
lap is looking good so far.
Yeah, definitely.
He's probably going to be about a 149, 150 thereabouts.
Crosses the line now.
There we go. Well done. That'll be a P4.
Look how close he is to Carl there, about 1,000.
Very close. 1,000th of a second. Great effort there by Connor.
Oh, that's insane right there. So we are just waiting for Alex now, who ran out of fuel, so he's gonna...
He should just get out and push it back.
Yeah, folks, so currently our grid stands as is. Let me screenshot this for us.
Yesterday, we were lucky enough to have an uneventful race with the Formula One guys, in the sense that the safety car was never needed for the first time in the season. Let's hope that the same applies tonight with the Formula 2 guys.
Yeah, definitely, but unfortunately there is no safety car. setting for this, so I think there's only virtual safety clause. I don't know if that applies to real life, actually.
Why are there AI drivers all of a sudden?
Don't worry about it. It just does that every now and then.
I see.
You see now Alex made it back to the pits now. And that is our standings as we ready up for the feature race. Jordan Tolmay sitting in first, Elliot Reed.
I'll
in
grab the
second.
screenshot for us.
No worries, thank you. Carl Ronvith, I can't say his name properly, please do excuse me. Sitting in third, Connor in fourth, Mandich in fifth, sixth is Yaka, followed by Joe in seventh, eighth and Alexander Kim. Seems like it's a battle of the Belgian people there. Harvey Cummings in ninth, 10th in was Sharon, Rabi in 11th, Nikolaj 12th, Reese in 13th, and Gracicic in 14th. So now it is time for the feature race, ladies and gentlemen. This is a 16-lap race, which, I forgot to say, you get 4 extra points for qualifying in pole, so that goes to Jordan at the moment. So congratulations to Jordan, already getting the first few points of the session. Will he be stopped?
Yeah, he seems to like the pole position thing.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully he gets some good
It
spots.
seems to be working for him, so he's like, why stop?
20 seconds left in the session as the guys choose their setup right now. That will be a formation lap first before getting into the race itself. So let's see.
Right, so I just had a look at the stats. This is only Jordan's second pole. Elliot got the other pole position.
Wow. And he's following Elliot Reed is behind him at the moment. Do you think he's going to pull up a good fight to Jordan today?
I think that Jordan might have his hands full tonight with the combo of Elliot and Carl possibly working together like they did last time. You could see them put up a good challenge for Jordan.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be quite an exciting race. Hopefully the guys do behave themselves as we see Gracicic has fallen down the order there. You think this is a tactic from Gracicic here to, how can I say it, to make sure these guys' tires are cold for the start?
Yeah, I don't think it's a strategy to start in 14th, to be honest.
Everyone warming up the tires. These cars do not have tire warmers before the start of the race, so they will be ice cold at the moment for the drivers. So their out lap, their formation lap are everything right now.
Interestingly enough, I saw Elliot and Carl pass Jordan there on the formation lap.
You think
They're keen to get back to the grid spots, it seems.
You think this is a tactic for them to scare him? Maybe just get a little bit more practice time in?
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking doing that, to be honest.
Connor sitting there in fourth. Seems like he has a good chance for a pole position now. Well, not for a pole position, please do excuse me, for a podium position here in the feature race. I do want to remind the viewers that in the sprint race, the grid will be reversed from positions 1 to 8. So first place of the feature race will start in 8th, second place will start in 7th, third place will start in 6th, fourth place will start in 5th, and 5th place will go to 4th, 6th will go to 3rd, 7th will go to 2nd, and 8th place will go to 1st place. So this will definitely switch up the pack and make it more exciting for the sprint race. But for now, we take the pole position, and they start first on the grid with the extra 4 points being added to their tally for the season. As we see the last few cars lining up to the grid now, as we wait for, looks like Gracicic, who's the last one to come up to the pack, as the pack wait patiently for him. Let's go on board with for the beginning of the race here now. 5 lights out now, and the lights are out. A little bit of lag from outside, and there the guys go as we see Jordan somehow
Whoa,
bogs
Jordan
down on
knocked it
the
up a little
start.
bit, and both of the Universiosis guys got
A
past.
little bit of bumping there at the back there, but it seems like the two Universitos, a little bump there from Connor and Mandich pushes them out wide, but we see the two boys there at the beginning as Connor pushes, as Connor is
Oh
catching.
no, look, Jordan's dropped all the way down to 14th position.
Oh no, this is definitely going to put a spanner in the works now as Mandich spins out Connor there. Oh no, Havoc at the back there. Let's go down the order just a little bit just to see if everyone's alright. We can see Mandich is still up in 6th place now. His front wing is still intact, so luckily he can get away there. He can still make a positions in the race. Alex has bumped up to 5th place after qualifying in 9th, I do believe. Actually, it was 8th, I do believe. Rabbi Melko up into 7th now as Alex overtakes Mandich there. Well done to him. But Mandich, seems like Mandich has lost it just a little bit down there. We see Jordan at the back there overtaking Sharon now.
Yeah, it looks like Harvey Cummings was the big winner there in that. He's gone up 6 positions to 3rd.
Well done to Harvey. See, keeping his nose clean as always, getting the better of everyone else and just taking advantage of everyone's misfortune at the start there. But now he's going to have to...
Yeah, Jordan dropping down 11 positions from his pole. That was really unfortunate on his part.
Yeah, definitely. As we see now, everyone seems to be settling after the start there. Gracic at the back, along with Sharon at the moment, having a lot of time to be made up, but it's still a 16-lap race. Anything can happen at the moment as we see the two Universitoso boys up in front there, Elliot and Carl, doing what they do best, working together as a team, as Elliot...
Yeah, no, honestly, the teamwork between these two guys are brilliant. And obviously, very good communication with them on their team radios.
And I think it helps as well, the fact that they're just as quick as each other, so they could just tow each other.
That's true. I was just about to say that. It really does help the fact that one's not really lagging behind the other one.
Yeah, definitely, as Harvey is now battling Joe here. Seems like this is the closest battle as we see Reese overtakes Yak over there. Yak gets a 3-second time penalty as Connor goes down the order once more, starting in 4th position, now in 10th. This is very exciting racing here from the pack so long as we're on board with Harvey now, who is defending from Joe. Seems like he's doing but he runs super wide there. This invites Joe into his thingy, giving him enough respect there. Now they side by side down this fast. The yellow flag in sector 2. It seems like there's been an incident between Jordan, Yaka, and Connor again. Oh no, it seems like they're not having any luck down the order there. Looks like Joe just got past Harvey now, and this invites Alex into the mix now as we're on board with these three, having a fantastic clean battle up in front here. The utmost respect for each other here as Alex just pulls out from the corner now. Does he manage to keep it clean there? Yes, he does. Now he needs to get past Harvey in terms of trying to close up the gap to Joe there, who's sitting comfortably in 3rd now, about 2 seconds back from the leading team there, which is Elliot and Carl. It's a very exciting race so far. It seems like the pack...
Oh yeah, very exciting.
Seems like the pack are splitting up just...
Elliot and Carl are doing a great job at the moment, up to a 2.7 second gap to the guy in 3rd position.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to keep their noses clean now. All they have to do now is just focus and drive the clean way.
Looks like that pep talk worked, eh, Scotty?
Unfortunately, I only have one driver. Ooh, as Alex spins out there. Oh, he got a little bit excited on the brake there as he rejoins the pack now back down.
Who's driving for your team tonight?
It is Mandich. We're on board right now, sitting in.
It's Mandich.
Yeah.
He's in P5, so doing pretty good as well.
See, Gracic picks up a 3-second time penalty. Closest battle out on track right now is between Rabbi and Alex now. Oh, Rabbi
There's Nikolai is quite close to Jordan at the moment. Jordan's moved up to 6th place.
Jordan working his way through the pack. Do you think he has enough laps to catch up to the leaders now? It seems like
I wouldn't put it past him. You know, Jordan is just one of those guys that, you know, he'll definitely be able to fight back.
he's definitely pulling, as he puts in the fastest second sector, as we say it.
Jaka and Gadzik has gotten penalties now.
Yeah, unfortunately, the strict corner cutting rules getting to some of the drivers early on in the race. We're on lap 3 at the moment.
Yeah, I feel bad for Connor though. I mean, he was up to P4 there at one point, and he's dropped down to P11.
Yeah, as we see our first retirement of the session is Gradcic. We feel sorry for you, Gradcic. Unfortunately, it's Joe sets the fastest time, so for the 152.673, but Jordan comes back with a 152.174. It's almost a second.
Yeah, he's clearly determined to get back to his position.
Yeah, he definitely bogged down at the start there. I don't know what happened to him, but he's definitely making a comeback at the moment. Harvey, who has a 1 second lead to manage.
Perhaps the Elliot and Cole's mind games were working, eh?
Nothing to separate the front two at the moment as they're dragging each other along with a 1.2 second gap between each other. Looks like they are...
Nice clean racing though, I mean, for the most part.
Yeah, definitely. They're definitely settling down into the race now. As we see, Jordan is catching up to Bandage quite quickly, so to speak. Joe is actually up into 3rd place. As Gradcic has left the session, I don't think he will partake in the sprint race at the moment. As we're board with Jordan and Mandich now, as Jordan has managed to pull closer to him and is about 0.2 of a second behind him now. So
Jordan's now side by side pushing Mandich a bit wide.
Yeah, but they both lose the car there a little bit.
Yeah.
Racing here from the two and very clean.
Very good. You can keep it on them for a little bit. This is exciting stuff. It'll be exciting to see if Jordan, how long it'll take Jordan to fight back.
Yeah, as Jordan is right up his rear end there, obviously applying the pressure to him, and he goes down the inside here. Does he manage to make it stick? Ooh, respecting each other just enough there, but Bandage has the outside line.
Just enough.
We see Bandage dives just a little bit there, but Jordan goes up into 5th place now, but Bandage will have the DRS there if he manages to keep up with him. It seems like he is pulling out quite a significant gap to him, already about 4 tenths in front of him. Yaka pulls another 2 second time penalty. This will definitely hinder his place there. As we see Rowan there saying, great stream yesterday guys, well done for the F2 guys doing back-to-back races. Thank you.
Also, just a note, Joe seems to be catching up on Carl there. The gap has gone from 2.7 seconds to 1.5.
Wow, he's definitely putting pedal to the metal there, Joe, showing that he has faster race pace, but we see Carl is catching up to Elliot as well. Carl goes down the inside there of his teammate, but
yeah, he had a sneaky look. Obviously getting aware of the fact that Joe's catching up on them. Maybe just trying to send Elliot a little message there, like, come on, let's hurry up.
I think this is going to actually slow down the leaders here now, because obviously now they're going to start battling with each other, and this is definitely going to slow them down in terms of pace here. They have to.
Do you think perhaps Elliot was easing up on the pace, perhaps trying to save the tires a little bit?
I don't know, actually. I don't think they'll need to save the tires, as they are in the harder set of compound tires right now. So they're definitely going to have to, either one's going to have to pick up the pace from each other and maybe let one go, so then they can actually pull a gap to Joe. They're
going to have to work together to do that though, because Jordan is catching up very quickly.
Yeah, definitely, but if Elliot is the slower driver here, he's going to have to let Carl past him, yeah? Because this is is just inviting Joe to the party, you know? It's like he's knocking on their doors.
It looks like Elliot's gotten the message a little bit. It seems to be going a lot faster now.
Maybe he made a mistake. It's Jordan goes up into 4th place now, getting past Harvey there, but Harvey's trying to get the switch back on him. Jordan up into 4th now, but now he needs to put pedal to metal. He's got 7 seconds to make up here to the leaders now. Fantastic comeback so far from Jordan.
Yeah, if Jordan pulls this off, he's gotta be able to get driver of the day.
As we see now, Harvey having the DRS, but like I said, the traction that Jordan gets out of the corners is just crazy, and he just manages to defend those DRSs quite easily take 4th now. And now
Yeah, Carl is currently nicely sandwiched right in the middle between Elliot and Joe there.
seems like there's a close battle up in front there. Shall we go on board? It seems like they
Yeah, you can focus on Carl. He's right in the middle.
You think he's getting frustrated with his teammate at the moment?
It's almost like Carl feels like he's faster in certain sectors, but then drops back again on others.
Yeah, definitely. But this is inviting Joe up into the mix now, as they all will probably Carl and Joe will have DRS on Elliot now. So they're gonna have to play it well. Either Joe sits back and takes in the fight and lets the race come to him, or does he play the aggressive role?
Joe is now nicely slotted in on this 3-train car at the front of this pack.
Let's see what happens here from the boys.
Joe seems to be lining up Carl there. Should probably make a move at the end of the straight.
But what's interesting enough is Carl also has DRS, so this is going to be interesting to watch. They're both going to have the same pace here. As Joe is pulling quite quickly up to him. Does he go for the dive bomb? No, he pulls back into the line there.
He had a sneaky look, but decided to opt out.
It's definitely going to be a game of wits right now, as we see Reese Russell getting a 3-second time penalty. I don't know if we noticed, but Yaka is out of the session.
Didn't see him crash. We missed that.
Oh, Joe just goes into the back of Carl there just a little bit. Luckily still has his front wing there. 7 laps through in this thrilling F2 race, and the fight at the front is definitely hotting up for the boys here.
Amazing how close Carl is matching Elliot's pace here.
Ooh,
At times, Carl actually looks like the faster driver.
As we see, Joe is just inviting himself there. He's probably getting frustrated that he can't get past at the moment, but he's going to have to choose his moment before he gets past here.
Yeah, while these three tussle it out, Mr. Lone Jordan is busy slowly creeping up on them.
It's definitely inviting him to the fight here, because I mean, there's 8 laps left of the session, so if he pulls a second lap to the guys, and they still have to pit as well for super soft, so it's definitely going to be interesting to see.
What lap would they be going into the pits around about? Oh, we've had somebody crash out. Sector 3.
Looks like that was Sharon down the order there, unfortunately for Sharon.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's sad for Sharon there, as we see Reese is sitting in a lonely 11th place there. Rabbi doing well in 10th place there, getting the final being in the final points position now for the future race. Alex in 9th currently. I can't ignore this race at the top here.
It's too exciting. I mean, they are so close. But again, we see the penalties starting to pile up on all the drivers. Same as yesterday, the guys really do struggle with this track.
Yeah, Joe's gonna have to get past Carl over here, because he's got a 3-second time penalty now for probably track extending there, but keeping it nice and tidy here. These guys are just going crazy here. Probably the back runners.
Yeah, they're all matching each other's pace. That's the problem. They just can't get past each other. Must give props to. Oh no, Joe loses it. He loses it.
Oh, unfortunately for Joe, but it looks like Carl is still up.
And look, this was going to put Jordan right up into attacking zone.
Definitely, he's about 2 seconds behind Joe now. A little mistake from Joe there, not anticipating his braking zone there.
Yeah, it does look like he was a little bit hard on the brakes, and then the back end stepped out.
This definitely invites Jordan now into that podium position, as Joe does have a 3-second time penalty.
Well, I guess Carl's definitely sighing a bit of a relief there, with the pressure, much needed pressure relief.
Yeah, interestingly enough, the whole grid is on soft tires at the moment, and they still have to make the mandatory pit stop for the super softs now. So
We'll probably start seeing them come in between this lap or the next. Because I've got it on pits, and nobody has pitted so far.
Yeah, definitely trying to pull the long pit stop stint here in this F2 series. As we see Carl and Elliott still pulling along each other here.
They're really doing a fantastic job to work together with each other like this.
Yeah, definitely, and it seemed like it pulled the mistake out of Joe, which dropped it down the order now. So just easing the pressure off them just a little bit here. But now Jordan is slowly catching up to them, and they still have yet to go onto a new pair of tires. Does Jordan go in and do the undercut on them, or it's definitely gonna switch, as we see someone in the pits at the moment, and that's Sharon.
Oh yeah, Sharon's got him.
So definitely this is the pit window for most of the drivers at the moment now.
It'll be interesting to see who goes in first between Elliott and Carl, and maybe Carl might just get the undercut on Elliott.
We're on board with Mandich now, who's currently fighting with Harvey Cummings in the the HWA race lap car there. Seems like this fight is hotting up. Two evenly matched drivers, as Harvey is currently sitting in 6th with Mandich in 5th now. As we see Mandich trying to break the toe there from Mandich there. We see Jordan.
Hang on. HWA is actually your team.
Yeah, it's Race Labs. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that they were actually the pink.
Yeah, so it's actually Andre and who's the other guy? Andre and Mandich. Yeah, those two guys are your two HWA races.
Yeah, definitely. As we see Jordan now activates the DRS down the second, this first main straight now. Obviously having
Jordan is now putting a lot of pressure on poor old Joe there.
Yeah, definitely. He's definitely going to have the better exit here, as his back just steps out just a little bit, but he's got DRS on Joe now.
Yeah, you can see Jordan is pushing that car for everything that it's got.
Yeah, he's got 7 laps left of the session to make up to that podium position now. He's definitely spicing up the race here as we're on board with Jordan at the moment.
I have to give it to Carl and Elliott, and also Jordan, neither of which have even gotten any penalties thus far.
Yeah, definitely. As the fight also heating up there between Mandich and Harvey Cummings now. Cummings with a time penalty though, Mandich keeping his nose clean. So if he managed to stay ahead or within that 3-second time penalty gap, he will still be in 5th place, but he has the likes of Anderson and Cummings behind him, putting the pressure on him.
There's not a mandatory pit stop with the Formula 2 guys, right?
There is for the feature race. As we
I see.
Jordan is now in the pits making his mandatory pit stop for the Super Softs. A few people coming into the pits now, as we see Harvey and Connor now going into the pits. So does Alexander Kim. So now this is the time to jump onto those newer set of tires. I think the likes of Jordan is now trying to get that undercut on Joe, but he will have the colder set of tires, so he's going to have to definitely. He's actually battling with Harvey at the moment. Oh, sorry, with Rabbi at the moment. He gets past cleanly there. Rabbi's still having to make his mandatory pit stop here in the series.
I'm starting to really wonder when these guys are going to start pitting.
Rabbi spins out at the back there as we're on board with Jordan as he gets past him. Unfortunately for Rabbi. Nicholas Anderson still on those soft tires, still have to make his pit stop. He's up into 5th place currently, but still has to make a pit stop like I mentioned. So that is Mandage in 4th.
And you can look at the times there. Joe is really definitely cutting back down on that gap there between him and Carl again.
He's definitely the quicker driver amongst the pack there. It does seem like it's going to be as we see.
Oh, and looks like Carl's heading into the pits now.
So does Joe as well, which leaves Elliot out on track, vulnerable to the undercuts now. So he's definitely going to have to put pedal to the metal now.
I would have expected Joe to stay out one lap, you know, to try and see if he can get past him and not join Carl in the pits.
Yeah,
seeing as he was so frustrated trying to get past Carl.
Well, let's see how close this...
Oh, and Carl's going out on the super softs.
Yeah, as we're on board with Jordan at the moment, we're going to see if he's going to get the undercut on the two drivers at the moment, because he made a...
It looks like it might be close.
He actually gets past them. Jordan's up into 2nd place. Look how...
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Jordan pulling the strategy... Well, the pit stop strategy of the...
He's just gained, by that move, he just gained 2 positions.
Yeah, and he's about a second up on them as well. This saves him the battling.
Unbelievable.
This saves him the battling now, and all he has to focus on is Elliot Reed. Now, Carl was about 4/10 from his teammate now. He's definitely going to be in the lead now. As we go on board with Elliot now, coming around those last few corners, because, I mean... We're going to have to see how big of an undercut this is to the leader, who is Elliot Reed at the moment, but still has to make a pit stop. This is an interesting strategy. I'm at the edge of my seat just watching this, because Elliot still needs to pit. There goes Elliot. He's now into the pit now, as we see. On board with Elliot now, who's now currently in the pits now.
Elliot's just gotten into the pits. Jordan's coming around the 2nd last corner. This is going to be close.
Elliot gets released.
Elliot's being released.
He still has to go through this long pit and still make his way underneath that bridge. Jordan sets the fastest lap of a 150. Jordan gets the lead. Where does this drop Elliot down into now? It seems like down into 4th place for Elliot.
Oh, wow. That's unexpected.
This has definitely turned the race upside down as Reese gets the 2nd time down.
But nobody would have predicted this. Jordan coming from last place to 1st place in the 3rd last lap.
Clearly finding that scenario 7 button from Lando Norris, eh? We're on board with Joe now, who has to battle Elliot Reed. It seems like Elliot Reed has DRS, so he's definitely going to be quicker down the straights now. All he has to do is keep into his DRS here to try and catch up with as much time as possible. Up here at the front there, it's 2 times second, and Joe has a time penalty as well, which he does not serve in the pits. This race is now spicing up, ladies and gentlemen, as Jordan has now taken the lead and is putting quite a significant gap. So Joe is falling down though.
Interestingly enough, Alexander Kim, I think he is second in the championship. He's in 9th place.
It's definitely gonna hurt. He's challenging. Sorry, I'm just so focused on this race at the moment. It seems like they are putting a little bit of gap to each other there. See, Mandich gets past Harvey Cummings there. But now this invites Anderson into the fight just as much.
Elliott is catching up on Joe there.
As we see, Anderson is putting a move on Harvey Cummings. Now he's down on the inside in turn 1. Does he manage to make it stick? Is there contact? It looks like a little bit.
Very nice. P6.
Yeah, this bumps down Harvey Cummings down to P7 now, unfortunately. Like this is inviting Connor now into the mix now as we're on board with them. It seems like the gap to the top as Elliott has now put down the time to Joe by 0.5 of a second. It seems like he's struggling with the traction zone, but he does have DRS on him, so he's definitely going to catch up to him. Quite a close battle here between 6th, 7th and 8th at the moment. It seems like Harvey will have DRS on Anderson now. So you see the two of them now go side by side into this next corner here, pulling out from Harvey here. Cleanly done from him, choosing the better of the two, of dive bombing him there, keeping him back behind Anderson. Anderson needs to pull away now if he wants to defend that position. A few laps left in the session here, folks. You see the lights now being turned on the final last stages of the race.
Elliott is making a move on Joe there. Gets by him quite easily for P3 now.
That bumps up Elliott into P3 there. Now he has to hunt down his teammate who's about 2 seconds ahead. But Joe's going to have DRS here, so he's going to have to defend from Joe now. There he goes, Joe activating his DRS now. 2 laps left of the session. There goes Joe.
Oh, and Joe comes right back at Elliott again, but decides to opt out.
Yeah, Elliott defending his position quite well there. But he's closer than what he is expected, and he's gonna get DRS again. It looks like it's gonna be a trade of positions here between Elliott and Joe. It seems like Joe goes down the outside here. So
Yeah, Elliott opting to defend that inside line. Smart move.
Elliott defends quite well from Joe there. Well raced there from the two there, but Joe is still behind him there. Joe did make a mistake one earlier here, which did cost him the podium position so far. Will he make the same mistake again? No. Just pulls up enough time there to Elliott. These guys are fighting toe to toe. I would have expected Jordan to pull more of a gap to Carl now, but it seems like Carl is keeping up with him. As we go down the order, it seems like there's still a fight between the three of these guys for 5th, 6th, and 7th. This is inviting Connor into the mix. No, actually Connor is in the mix. It's inviting Alexander into the mix right now. As the guys start the last final lap, so it's all or nothing now in these last few stages, but it looks like Elliott Reid pulls a 1.3 second gap to the... Oh, as we see Alex has spun out there.
Oh no, Alex.
And Connor's right up Harvey's trumpet here now. They will be fighting for that. I don't know, if you were Connor, would you stay in the 8th and try and get that pole position?
P1, yeah, for sure. I would probably just stay with the position I got now.
Yeah, definitely, but second place isn't bad either. As you'll still be in the front row, you'll probably just be in
That's
track.
true. Elliot's managed to increase the gap to Joe with to about 1.5 seconds already, but it looks like that's going to be our top three at least.
Definitely, as we see, there's a fight here between Connor and Harvey. As Connor goes for the dive bomb, misjudging his braking zone. As Harvey is struggling so much to just keep it with him.
Yeah, he seemed to have come in a little bit hot there, but kept it together. Nicely done by him not to make contact.
There we go, as Connor goes down, but Harvey is defending quite strongly there as he goes side by side into the chicane here. No one's giving anyone any...
They respecting each other's proximity. That's great stuff here by the guys.
And it seems
Kind
like...
of eventually came around the outside.
Yes, Jordan takes the win of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix in the
Yep, what a drive by him today. This is probably the best I've seen him do all season. I mean, from last place, I mean, it just goes to show, guys, what heart. Came from last place to winning the race.
Exactly, and coming... Oh, just fantastic drive there. He clearly needs to just practice when he starts a little, but it still gave him the win at the end there.
Yeah, so no surprise, he's going to definitely get my vote for driver of the day there, Scotty.
As Harvey Cummings comes home in seventh place there, as Connor drops down due to time penalties. Alex in ninth, Rabbi coming home in 10th, still hasn't put the car on the road there.
Got to give it to my Universiosius guys. They're very clean drive by the three drivers for podiums there, second and third. Elliot and Carl, great drive.
I see Carl drop down the order there due to a time penalty, unfortunately. He was sitting in second in the race. As Rabbi comes home in 10th place now. So make our way just down over here. As Reese Russell now comes home there in 11th. We are now waiting for Sharon, who is the final driver out on track in the Prima car. We lost the likes of Yaka and Gracicic in the previous race. And yeah. Sharon coming home in 12th position there. Well done to Sharon there, bringing home the car for the Prima Racing team. That is our result. There is the driver of the day is Nikolaj Anderson. Well done to him.
Oh, that's a surprise. Well done to him, though.
As Jordan takes a selfie on the podium there as he plants it to his guest there.
Yeah, this man enjoys winning.
Well, who doesn't? Who doesn't? Oh no, made a mistake here. Oh gosh, okay. I thought I ended the stream there, ladies and gentlemen, but I have not. It's still running, so to speak. Let's just grab a screenshot.
Yeah, I've got it. Don't worry about it.
As we see, Jordan Tolmay comes home in first, Elliot Reed following in second, Carl in third, followed by Joe, who started 7th and ended up in 4th, so congratulations to him. Mandich in 5th, Nicholas Anderson in 6th, Harvey coming in 7th, Connor dropping down the order from 4th to 8th right now, Alexander Kim in 9th after starting 8th, Rabbi Melko coming home with the first points, there, or the remaining, last position of points there. Reese Russell in 11th, Sharon in 12th, 13th is Yakak and Gracicic in 14th. Now we go on to the sprint race, ladies and gentlemen, which is 8 laps of pure speed. No mandatory pit stop needed here, as we see the drivers now picking their setup. Actually, Park Fermé was on, so they'll just be picking their pit strategy. 30 seconds left from the session here. In 14th. Now we go on to the sprint race, ladies and gentlemen, which is 8 laps of wait for the drivers to ready up in the session here. We see Ruan saying beautiful racing there from the boys. Yes, it was Ruan. Spectacular as they go on to a...
Right. Now let's see if Connor can take advantage of this P1.
Yeah, definitely. So
He did get a little bit unlucky there with that start of the previous race, so we should see him at least with a top 5 position here, or
yeah,
top 5 finish here.
definitely, as we see now on board with Connor now as the grid stands. We have Connor in first, Harvey in second, Anderson in third, Mandich in fourth, Joe in fifth, Carl in sixth, Elliot in seventh, Jordan in eighth, Alexander Kim in ninth, Rabbi in 10th, Reese Russell in 11th, Sharon in 12th, 13th is Jakak, and Grashich in 14th. Ooh, what is happening here? Seems like there's a little bit of a mix-up in the formation lap here. What are your predictions for the sprint race? I think I'm just going to go for Jordan again.
Yeah, I would definitely go with Jordan, Elliott, and Carl again for the top 3 positions.
You see some guys shooting past each other there. It's quite weird to see.
Some guys really getting quite liberal with the track limits here on the formation lap.
Well, we're going to have to address the drivers to that in the next drivers briefing. As the formation lap is, ooh, see a few spin-outs there already for some reason. Reese Russell disqualified from the session. I don't know why. So was Rabbi, but luckily the drivers are firming up for the sprint race now. So this is going to be exciting stuff. Let's stay on board with Connor now, sitting in first. 14 drivers in the pack. I do believe 2 of them will be AI, if I'm not mistaken. And it seems like it's lights
there was
out
an
there.
issue.
As the boys are off, Connor gets a slow start there as Mandich makes his way up. A little bit of
Oh,
bumping
someone was
them.
tapped. Alex was tapped.
Ooh, more
And he
carnage
dropped
in
to
the
last place.
front there. It's from
And
Elliot.
Carl was also taken out.
Oh no, it's definitely gonna pay. As Reese Russell goes up into second place there. We see everyone still on the grid though. Jordan Tolmay goes up into 7th place after he's pushed. On this, Joe goes up into the 3rd there. I think Joe's making up most of the positions here, so to speak. As we see Harvey Cummings is in 1st place. Mandich following in 2nd place there. Joe in 3rd. Nicholas Anderson in 4th. So long down this main straight. I think a few people were gonna definitely have to pit there. It seems like Reese Russell, one of those people there. Laps of sprint racing over here now. We see Elliot Reed overtaking Grachich over there. I think Grachich is an AI at the moment, as he did leave the session early on in the feature race. Yeah, it seems like this is our order of the grid so far, but I see Joe is putting pressure on Mandich, shall we say. Let's go down there into Mandich now. There is a train of cars here. Beautiful sight underneath the lights of Abu Dhabi at the moment as the cars make their way.
Yaka just passed Connor there for 5th place.
Oh, Yaka.
Oh, they spun each other out, it looks like. What has happened? Yaka's dropped down to 10th position.
He seems like he's still in the race now. It seems like he does his front wings now. He's going to have to make up positions now, trying to catch up to Carl now. Seems like the Universal team is struggling at the moment as Harvey Cummings makes the fastest lap here. Seems like the closest
Elliot is coming very close to Connor there.
Sharon gets Pat Gratchich there, but it is only an AI of Gratchich over there, unfortunately. Yeah, as they make their way up the standings here, let's go up to the leaders here. We see quite a close battle between the three front row here. Russell has retired from the session. I think out of frustration he has retired from the session, so he won't be getting any points here. Only the top 8 drivers will be getting points, as we see Jordan is right behind Anderson now, sitting in 5th place, going down the inside, but there's a slower Joe just in front. Will that slow them down? Very clean racing. Jordan moves up into 4th place now. Joe now sitting in 3rd, but needs to get past Mandachers. This isn't fighting. Yaka now left the session as well. It's very close racing here. Joe went wide there in one of the corners, inviting Jordan Tolmay up into 3rd, but he pushes him wide there. Seems like they're just tussling for that position over there. Exciting stuff from the drivers there.
Oh no! We just saw... Who was that? They just span out there. Alexander again.
Oh, no.
Lost it again on the finishing straight. Oh,
like,
and he's retired.
Unfortunately, as Jordan is now making moves on Joe again, not giving him any room to breathe, telling him, hey, I'm here, I want to get past now. This is exciting stuff from the sprint race. 3 laps in, another 3 laps to go after this lap. It's going to be quite exciting stuff here from the pack now.
He's retired.
Unfortunately, as Jordan is now making... Ooh, sorry. Yes, we're still on board with Jordan, who's making up time to Joe. Harvey Cummings is in the lead there with a 1.8 second gap. I think Harvey could take the race if he manages to keep it clean from his side, while the back 3 are busy fighting each other out for a minute.
Jordan's moved up to P3.
Gets past there, but Mandich is in his way there, blocking him just a little bit, and it seems like Joe is still side by side with them, going off the track there just a little bit. This is inviting Anderson, Nicolaj into the mix here. Very clean racing from the boys here so far. As we see them now, 4 cars bunched up there through the hotel section of the Abu Dhabi track there. This is exciting. The more they race here, the more Harvey Cummings gets a lead into the race, so he could actually take home a win here in the sprint race.
Elliot is now very, very close to Connor there.
Yeah, as we see Jordan is trying to make a move on Harvey.
Elliot just picked the fastest lap of the race.
Oh, wow, the 2 Universal Tosa boys down at 7th and 8th at the moment, but now Jordan Tolmay is trying to get the jump on Mandich there. Oh, just tapping his back just a little bit there. Does he manage to stop the car in time? He does. Right up his trumpet there, giving him a little bit of a nudge there, just saying, hey, I'm here. They are going to get DRS down here. Oh, Jordan getting better traction and bumping him over there. He's trying to catch to his slipstream, as one of the guys behind him also has a slipstream. Jordan moves up into 2nd place now in front of Mandich, but he's going to have to defend now, coming to the 2nd DRS zone, yeah. Catch up to Harvey. Harvey needs to make sure he makes a clean race there, as Joe is now trying to battle his way up for that final podium position. He does have it. Oh, he gets another time penalty. That probably bumps him up into 4 seconds now. pulling 4 tenths down on that section there. He's definitely rapid here. Exciting stuff here from the guys here in the second race, which is the sprint race. Only 6 laps as Jordan.
Fastest lap there by Jordan.
That gives him another extra point there, as we see Elliot Reed is catching up to the likes of Connor at the moment. As Joe dropped down the order as well. What happened to Joe there? As Rabbi has left the session now, I don't know if that's true.
And Elliot's finally gotten past Connor.
Well done to Elliot there, but he's going to have to defend now coming into this DRS straight over here. So he's going to have to put pedal to the metal if he wants to keep ahead of Connor.
Yeah, we're on the second last lap of the sprint race.
Yeah, definitely, as we see now, Jordan has caught up to Harvey Cummings with 2 laps left in the session. And Jordan has DRS on Harvey at the moment. Will he manage to stick the move now? He goes for the outside, but Harvey's like, no, I still have the line. I still want this win. And they go into this section here. Oh, it's Jordan gets the switch back on him there. Goes down the inside. No penalty there. Harvey Cummings is coming back to him on these fast right-handers over here. Look at them side by side. Oh my god, this is exciting stuff from the 2 boys here. Jordan manages to keep, oh, but he gets pushed off just a little bit, but he manages to control it as much as he can. This is exciting racing from the boys here. Coming to these last few sections here before they start their flying lap. Jordan managing to take that first position with 1 lap remaining, as Mandich is now up into 3rd place. Well done to Mandich. Closest race at the moment is between Connor and Joe at the moment. 2 teammates sitting in that car.
Jordan again setting the fastest first sector there.
He's definitely going to go for that fastest lap now, and he's easily pulling away from Harvey now, but Harvey needs to defend from Mandich now.
Elliot is also catching up on Nikolai.
Yeah.
Oh, he's busy making a move there.
Busy on board with Elliot now as he goes up into 4th position now. Cuts him off there into that chicane there, gets the move done, but runs a little bit wide. He's going to have to adapt here coming out of the corner. This is definitely inviting Anderson back into the fight. He's going to get DRS on him, and he's side by side with him. This is exciting stuff from the 2 of them over here. As they come out of that corner there, does Nicholas Anderson manage to stick it there? Oh, this is really close racing here from the 2 of them. As Elliot manages to
they kept switching.
Elliot manages to...
Nikolai not quite ready to give up that spot just yet.
Oh, but Elliot manages to keep ahead there, as we see Mandich is still behind there, but Jordan coming around the last few corners, managing to start 8th in the sprint race and finishing in 1st. Oh, Jordan gets a 2-second time penalty.
Elliot's lost it.
No, that drops it down the order there, but we're on board.
2 corners away from finishing the race, he loses it.
Oh no, as we're on board with Mandich as they take the checkered flag. Anderson in 4th as Connor gets bumped up into 4th because of time penalties. Elliot in 6th with that spin just at the end. Joe 7th. Carl in 8th. Sharon coming around the last few corners, just missing out on those crucial points. Oh, what a race here from the guys.
Very good racing tonight by the guys.
Let's see who gets driver of the day. It's probably Jordan. Oh, Jordan gets driver of the day for the sprint race there. Well, shall we get a few of the guys up into here for some interviews?
Yeah, let's see who's available. I'm gonna pull Jordan in for us.
Yeah, let's do that. Winner of both. Jordan, can you hear us?
Hello? Hey guys.
How was that race for you? Fantastic stuff from our side. You dropped down the order in the feature race and
Yeah.
managed to wake your way up somehow.
Yeah, I dropped it last to first, basically. It was rough.
Was that a tactic from you, or?
No, it wasn't planned.
So what happened there in the first? Did
Yeah,
you just...
'cause for a second there we thought you wanted the challenge.
No, definitely not.
Well, you
Yeah.
did. Well, that was a spectacular race. We're lost for words. Like, talk us through it.
Thanks.
Was it just your raw pace? Was it the setup you chose? Let us
I
know.
think it was the combination. Basically what happened, the reason I came last, or not came last, but like spun at the beginning and had to like make my way back up the field. Basically the light on the start, it went out 2 seconds after everyone else. So after that I found myself in like P8, and then out of the corner I was like next to another oak, and I kind of just dropped it.
Oh no, that's.
So I had to go work from there.
I do believe
But
that
yeah.
happened to you in another league race as well. Like, so you just plagued with a little bit of bad luck, but it seems like just pure talent and raw pace got you back up the pack there. So it's amazing, you know.
Oh, thanks.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it was
taking-
rough.
Yeah, and qualifying. Tell us, how did that go down? Was the-
For once, it was actually as normal.
Yeah,
A
you-
normal quali from me. No misfortunes.
You definitely took home all the points away from everyone today, so you're definitely running away from the championship here easily now. So congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any last questions from you, Quentin?
Yeah, look forward to seeing you in Monaco next week, buddy.
Definitely. How do you feel about that
We'll
race?
see. I did a Monaco race yesterday and I came first. So I don't. Hopefully it will be a win, but we never know. Monaco is Monaco, so
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining in on the race today. Any last words for the viewers out there?
not really. It was an interesting race though. Oof.
I can
rough.
imagine these cars are tiring, but congratulations.
Yeah, my hands are dead.
But congratulations and have a good evening.
You too. Cheers.
Cool. Cheers. Who is up next then?
I would have gotten Colin and Elliot, but they're not on Discord. So.
No worries. Shall we get Mandich then? Mandich got a podium finish in the feature race. Mandich! Are you there, Mandich? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I was just about to go to the toilet, but yeah, I'm here.
Oh no, it's really quick. Well, you got a podium finish in the sprint race. How do you feel about that today?
Happy. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, and tell
Not really
us-
happy about my qualifying, but everything else was fine.
Definitely, you kept the car on track and it seemed to work out for you getting a podium finish there. And yeah, in terms of everything on track, how did it go? Was there a few like incidents that set you back there a little bit? It seems like you held it together quite well.
I think I spun somebody on the first lap of the feature race. I'll cut the clip out and send it. I'm not sure if it's my fault or not, but I'll send it anyway. And in the sprint race, it was, yeah, I'm happy with the sprint race.
Yeah, definitely getting that last final podium positions. And how do you feel
Yeah.
about your chances of getting into the F1 Synergy League now after that?
Yeah, I feel pretty confident I can do it. Not my best day today, but I think I'll be able to pull it off.
Yeah, definitely.
In
Was
the
it in
end.
terms of the track? Was it the track condition? Were you just not comfortable in the F2 car today?
I wasn't comfortable on soft tires really because I just didn't get grips with them. I don't know. They just didn't set right with me.
Yeah, these cars are tricky to handle, but congratulations on your podium finish. We'll let you be. Do you have any last words for the viewers?
I hope you all enjoyed the races and had fun time watching us race.
Cool, perfect. Thank you so much, Blended. You must have a great evening.
Yeah, you too. Bye bye.
Let's go on to Harvey Cummings then. He seems like he is sitting in the chat there. I just want to bring him up somehow. There we go. Harvey, can you hear me?
Hello.
I do believe you got second place in the sprint race, eh?
Yeah, I mean, I could have had P1, but Titan is just so fast.
Yeah, we were rooting for you on stream there, saying that if you just kept it clean, you could have gotten that first place finish. But unfortunately, Jordan was like, no. How do you feel about it, though?
I mean, I'm still happy. P2 is good points for me and the team.
Yeah, definitely. How are you feeling about your chances in getting into F1 after that result?
I mean, I wasn't even expecting to be this high, so yeah, I'm just gonna take it one race at a time and see how it goes.
Yeah, definitely. But your chances are definitely looking quite bright for you in the future. So obviously, some of the F1 guys aren't really the F1 guys if they don't participate in the F2, so it definitely might be opening up a spot for you. So yeah, in terms of track conditions and everything, how did that go for you?
I mean, the first race for me was horrible. It's everywhere is just like a track limit. It's so easy to go on track limits in Yas Marina.
Yeah, definitely. And in terms of tire choices today, like how did the tires play out for you? Were you struggling on them?
The tires weren't too bad.
Yeah, it is quite difficult in these F2 cars. Did you have any practices before the session, or?
I had one in midweek and then like 30 minutes before, so I'm quite happy with how it went. I mean, qualifying was very difficult. I didn't leave enough space between me and the car in front when I was on the super soft, so it went horribly wrong.
Yeah, definitely. But your true colors came through and you made it up to P2 there in the sprint race. So congratulations to that. Do you have any last words for the viewers?
Yeah, great racing from everyone.
Perfect. Yeah, and Harvey, thank you so much for joining in the F2 League. Well, hopefully we see you in the F1 League, especially with your kind of driving style. I've labeled you as one of those guys who's quite clean on track, and you know it's quite exciting to see. You kind of just work your way up just by keeping it out on track, and that's fantastic.
Yeah, that's what I tried to do. I just try to keep it clean as possible.
Yeah, definitely. But it's getting you the points, and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You must have a great evening, Harvey.
Thank you. You too.
And that wraps it up for the Synergy F2 League today. Fantastic racing from the boys. We'll be back next week in Monaco. That's at 7 CET GMT +1 time in Monaco on Monday for the next Synergy F2 League. If you guys are interested, maybe for the next season, please follow the link on the Discord. It's on the bottom of the description there. So if you're looking for a league for the next season, it should be up in about 6 weeks time, probably 7, depending on how the drivers market goes with us. Yeah, looking forward to the next race, which is actually the F1 Synergy race in Monaco, which is happening on Sunday at 1 o'clock. So look forward to that. And have a great evening, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate the support for the drivers and for the Synergy F1 League. Thank you so much for joining in. Have a good night.